guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody is doing well. It has been a minute since I've posted a vlog, but here I am here with a new one, and today is a little bit different, and I'm going to be talking about what steps we took when prepping for our Disney vacation. So let's get right on into it. So step one that I feel like everybody should take is kind of planning on when or what time of the year you want to be at Disney World. So some people like to go during all the events such as like the holidays, so like Christmas time, Halloween, that kind of sort of thing. And then others like to go during the slow seasons where there's not as many tourists at the parks. So finding that time of the year that you want to be at Disney World is really, really important. And we are going on one of the slower seasons, so I'm not going to tell you when we're going, but I'll tell you the month that we are going. So we're going in February of 2023, and we just wanted to go during that time because it's before spring breakers kind of go on spring break with schools and everything like that. So we wanted to kind of get to Disney before all of that. So that's kind of our plan of the time of the year that we are going to Disney World. So we are actually doing like the payment plan through Disney, and you can book your trip up to 500 days out. So as soon as that 500-day mark hit, that was when I could book my trip, and I went ahead and did that. I think it was like back in July, and we've just been making payments. They don't like have a certain payment that you have to make every month. You can pay as many payments as you want, as little payments as you want. It just has to be a minimum of $20. But yeah, so we booked our trip 500 days out, and just like I said, everybody has the opportunity to do that as well. So you can book your trip 500 days out from your booking day. Now, I talked about the payment plan kind of that we are doing, and I also didn't talk about when it's due, like when we have to have it done. And our payments have to be done 1 month out before we are at our arrival date. So we will have to have our trip paid off by January. But yeah, that is the kind of how the payment goes, is you can pay as little and as much as you want at a time. And then 1 month before your guys' arrival time is when that has to be completely paid. It's snowing for the first time, and Rue, that orange cat that just flew right by me, has never ever seen snow, so she has been kind of having the zoomies today because she has no idea what to do about it. So ignore her if she continues doing that in the background. So I figured I could talk about where we are staying just because it's something that is obviously important. So we are staying at the All Stars Movie Resort, and I did do a preferred room through them and not just a standard. I did a preferred so that we were towards the front of that resort, so that we weren't doing so much walking from the very back to the front. But with that being said, I also requested us being in the Toy Story area because Cohen, again, is in love with Toy Story, and I think that that would be really awesome for him to experience. But either way, it's not like we can't walk throughout that resort and see the Toy Story stuff. And I love that this resort has these kinds of sort of things, of these big characters and stuff like that. I think Cohen's gonna absolutely love it. And I'm just super, super excited to finally go to Disney. So the next thing I want to talk about is dining reservations. Now, they don't have the dining plan anymore. You used to be able to have like the dining plan, and I never used it before, so I don't know very much of how it used to be or anything like that. But there is no longer like a dining plan, but you can do dining reservations 60 days out from your trip. So we will be doing that, and I will get into, you know, which parks we're going to, and what restaurants we want to be hitting here in just one moment. So when we arrive at our resort, we will be there for half a day before we start our actual vacation there. Monday is when we will be going to Magic Kingdom, and I'm super excited to go there and just see Cohen's reaction. And I'm just so excited to go because I personally love Disney World. I grew up going to Disney World and all the other parks. So I'm just super excited to finally go and actually experience kind of what my parents have talked to me about how like it's even more better or more fun when you have kids, because you can like live through them and kind of see how they react to things. So I'm super excited to do that. So day one again is Magic Kingdom. And the main restaurants that I want to hit while we're there is Pinocchio Village House, and then Casey's Corner. So either one, I would like to hit up at least one of them. So I'm gonna try to get a reservation for at least one of those. And then maybe for lunch, it'll be more of like a fast food kind of place. Day two, we're going to Animal Kingdom, and there I want to, for lunch, I would love to go to Yak and Yeti just because I have heard really good things about it. And then for dinner, I would really like to go to Tusker House because that is a character dining experience, and I would really like to have Cohen experience that. So that is a huge reservation that I'm going to be trying to get, is Tusker House at Animal Kingdom. And then last but not least, we're going to Hollywood Studios. So this year we're skipping Epcot just because I don't feel like Cohen would really be into that. So we're waiting until he's a little bit older to take him to Epcot. So Hollywood Studios, I think it would be nice to go to Backlot Express, and then also the Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater. My husband actually recommended this one. He went there as a kid and he really liked this restaurant. He thought it was really cool. So he recommended this one. So that's going to be one on my list of things that I want to try to hit when I'm doing my dining reservations. So again, I can do my dining reservations in December, and I'm really nervous about me not getting the things that I want to get, but also know that everything will play out the way it's supposed to. Our last day that we're in Orlando, we're going to go to Disney Springs, and we might go to House of Blues for like lunch or something, or maybe just kind of walk around. The main thing we really want to go to is T-Rex. It's this restaurant that's kind of like Rainforest Cafe, but it's dinosaur themed. And because we have Rainforest Cafe here in Michigan, we figured we might as well go to T-Rex because there's not very many out there. So that is what we're going to do when we're at Disney Springs, and also going to hit up Gideon's Bakehouse because their cookies look amazing. So I want to touch on some things that we still need to buy before we go on vacation. Again, we don't go until February of 2023, so we have some time. But there are certain things that we need to get, such as I want to get a smaller stroller. The stroller that we have is really big. It's by the brand B.O.B. or Bob. And I love the stroller. It's basically like an off-roading stroller. It has like all the suspensions and stuff on it, whatever. But I just feel like it's going to be way too big, especially in the rental vehicle that we're going to be in. I just feel like it's going to be really big and hard to lug around. So I want to get a smaller compact stroller, and I have one in my Amazon cart right now because it's on sale. But that's one thing we need to get. We also need to get some clothes, especially for Cohen, because he is growing like a weed. So we need to get him clothes, and I need to get myself at least like an outfit or two just to have. I also need to get a new pair of walking shoes just because I have a pair, but they're pretty worn out and I know they're not going to be that comfortable in the parks. So I want to get a new pair of walking shoes. And then last but not least, I want to treat myself to the Bees bags. It's like a bigger kind of like diaper bag, but you can actually have like a purse and stuff in there. And I think that it would be really, really convenient when we're in the parks and whatnot while we're traveling. So those are the main things that we need to buy still right now. But again, we have plenty of time to do that. Magic bands is the next subject I want to talk about, only because we have not gotten ours yet. I've been holding off because they keep putting on new designs, and I want to be sure I'm getting the correct design that I want to have for myself. Right now, I have it as Tinkerbell, just because I love Peter Pan and Tinkerbell and all that kind of stuff. So right now it's Tinkerbell, but I've been waiting to see if there's anything else that kind of comes about. And then we will order a magic band. Cohen's obviously going to be Toy Story, and Logan just wants a plain black one. So pretty simple for the boys. But for me, of course, I'm taking a little bit more time to see which magic band I actually want. So there's that. So one question that I kind of have for myself even is if we were going to use Genie Plus. That's on the Disney Experience app, and it pretty much helps you plan out your whole day in the parks, and it can be convenient, but also I've heard that it's not completely convenient in Disney World. There's a lot of mixed reviews on it, so I'm not entirely sure if we're going to utilize Genie Plus, just because I've been to the parks before and we can't go on every single ride there, especially with having the kids. But yeah, that's pretty much my stance on Genie Plus. Is there's just so many mixed reviews about it that I don't know. Oh gosh, I don't know if we're gonna use it. So I'm still thinking about that. If you guys recommend Genie Plus, please let me know in the comments down below why you guys would recommend it, why you guys liked it, just because we're trying to make that decision and it's expensive for certain days. And I know like for like maybe in the Magic Kingdom, there's certain things that we would really like to hit for the kids, then maybe that would be the day that we use it. So I think I'm most excited for seeing Cohen's reaction to everything, just because he is somebody who likes to take everything in. He also, again, has like a sensitivity to noises, so we're gonna have to be a little bit cautious with that. We're probably gonna have to buy him some earmuffs just to have, just in case anything overwhelms him too much. But I'm super excited to see how he reacts here in the parks, in the resort, all that kind of stuff. And I'm also excited to experience this as a parent finally and see kind of what my parents were telling me about how the experience is 10 times better when you're a parent. So I'm super excited to kind of experience this as our first kind of family big trip. And yeah, I'm just super excited about that. So I figured I could tell you guys who's all going on this vacation, since I've been talking about we the whole time. So it's our family, so me, my husband, and my son, and then my sister's family, so her daughter Hazley, so my niece, and then her boyfriend Jeremy is also going to be coming, and then my other sister is also coming. So it's gonna be kind of a whole big family trip, but it's gonna be super fun, and I'm super excited to kind of spend this quality time with my sisters. We haven't really done that ever since we were younger with our parents and whatnot, so I'm super excited to kind of spend this time with them. And yeah, just super excited. One thing that I've been thinking about is maybe getting a GoPro. I have a GoPro already, but it's like one of the older versions of it. So I've been thinking about maybe getting the updated, or upgraded, I should say, GoPro, so that I can film better that way in the parks and whatnot. So I've been giving thought as far as that. I think that that would be a really good investment for me. And yeah, so if you guys think that that would be a good thing for me to have on this vacation, please let me know in the comments as well. I would love to know that you guys think that that would be a really good idea. I feel like it would be fun, especially like if it's waterproofed with the case and everything. I think it would be just really fun to use. We are having a rental car. I just did the full-size car. It's like a Malibu or whatever, so I did get a rental vehicle because we will be in Orlando, but then we're also going to see my grandparents a little bit south of Orlando for a couple days as well on this vacation. So we got a rental vehicle so that we're able to travel back down there and then travel back up to Orlando so that we can fly back home. We already booked our airline tickets. That's another thing I wanted to touch on, is airline tickets, because of how expensive they're getting. I actually got these tickets, so all three, so me, my husband, and my son, we got our tickets for like, I think like $1,100, which was a steal. I saw these airline tickets with American Airlines and it was a huge steal, so we went ahead and booked it immediately as soon as we saw it. The chime has already changed on the airline, so now we're getting up earlier, meaning we're going to be landing earlier. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that, definitely, because I do know that the airlines lately have been causing some issues, and it's just been a lot more difficult when traveling. So we're gonna just have to keep an eye on our flights and make sure that everything's good to go, and that we're able to accommodate everything, such as rent a car, resort entry, all that kind of stuff. So that's another huge thing right now. Along with that, we have the Disney My Experience app. That's a huge app to have when you are going to Disney World. It basically breaks down everything that you could need. It has your plans and everything on that app. So we will be utilizing that app probably a lot more than I want to admit. But yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap up this vlog. I just wanted to talk about the steps that we've been taking for planning our vacation. I'm also think I'm going to bring you guys along with me when I am doing our dining reservations, just so that you guys can see what it takes to do this. I have heard that you have to get up pretty early in the morning in order to snag some of these reservations. So you bet your bottom I'm gonna be up at like 4 a.m. because I don't know what time it happens at, but I would like to be up so that I can get those reservations when I want them. So I will take you guys along for that. And then I will also, there's so many plans I have for this trip and just so much content that I have planned for you guys that I'm just so excited to see how this might possibly grow my channel. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's vlog. It was pretty quick and simple and easy, but I figured it would be nice to kind of just start talking about it now and getting that out there. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next vlog. Bye!